Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I've got a balanced rack, but it's not a bingo-y rack. Too many scoring tiles. CPV and the U not going great together. However, fairly straightforward to sort out. I can play curve, but is there anything better? I certainly want to get rid of the V and the U if I can. Well, I'm not seeing anything better. There is Cruve, which takes fewer hooks, so I'm going with this. Fantastic! I draw the blank and the rest of the rack not too shabby. So I would hope to bingo here, and the E in column 8 looks like it may assist. The best lane is column 5, a double-double through the R. Slightly vowel heavy, and the U isn't fantastic. I have spiculi through the C. Nothing has come to mind for the R or the E. One of those will definitely remain available because the V doesn't take anything in front or after it, so parallel plays can't interrupt R and E. I have peculiar onto the R. That opens up row A, so again I would like to find something a bit better than that. And in fact spiculi would be better than that. Let me scan through the alphabet, keeping in mind E and R. The A-B-L-E ending and IBL ending. That's peculiar. That would be plaudite through a T. It looks like it goes with an R, but I couldn't see anything. Opponent taking a while with his move, which is good because it gives me some more thinking time. Plagia, I think, is good, but that's no better than peculiar. And peculiar would also work in column 4 with the blank as an R. That's the like ending. So I'm thinking about E and R. That's the I-U-M ending. Well, this rack isn't proving as useful as I thought it may be. Again, that looks like it goes with the R, but I'm not seeing anything. That's Poulan as... well, that's Poulan through an N. Now, Q and U, applique through a P. Not seeing anything with E or R. Again, that looks a useful rack. Opponent taking a very long time with this move. And finally, he changes 4. So, what to do? I think I play through the C. If I don't have a double-double and I don't have a triple word play, then a play through the C is going to score the most. But have I been right to reject the E? What about plays beginning epi or X? Well, I'm not seeing anything. So I think spiculi was the best candidate move I saw. It doesn't take any hooks and doesn't provide access to triple word squares. Pretty good. I think I have Stonefly as a double-double in row E. Possibly no other bingos with this rack. But if that's blocked, then This A auspiciously could be useful for my Y. It would be quite nice to play off the F and the Y, and I can do that with Foy in column 3. Crewe only takes an S at the end. Great, Stonefly remains available. Nothing better on offer following my opponent's move. Stonefly for 102. Bang. And I draw the second blank, which is fantastic. The rest of the rack is a crock of junk. So, change or play through it? Well, I can see that my W can go underneath the O, so I could play WO for about 28 points. Probably better than changing. I can dump the Q next to the I, retaining 3 O's and a W. Not too keen on that. A couple of U's out in the open. So I'm quite tempted to play off W and a couple of O's. Opponent takes out row O for not very much. That's fine by me. I'm struggling to see anywhere to play Woo. And Woe, although it's a good score, doesn't seem to be, well, isn't as good a rack leave as if I could get rid of one more O. I could play it above Stonefly for not very much. I've got Wool. Maybe I should play the W here. Maybe I should play POW. It stops my opponent sticking an X there. It scores 31 points. And this isn't the worst possible rack leave. I'm going with this. Great, no more vowels to contend with. I think I can now merrily junk the Q. A play of Chi for 21 would leave me with reasonable bingo prospects for next turn. 15 points for opponent. So can I do better than Chi? This U not particularly useful, and POW has blocked the other U, and the final U not available. So I don't think there are any other Q spots. Well, there's the Q of Aida, but that's inferior. Chi for 21. I draw a vowel, but I have rodeos on my rack, and that plays in row C. And it also plays in rows G and I, so I believe I am bingoing, unless some fancy play comes down column 9. Well, my row G and I spots remain available. Row C has been taken out. But do I have any alternative bingos? Rodeos is really not going to score very much at all. Obviously grateful to have a bingo. But one of the main leaks in people's games, including my own, is playing a suboptimal bingo, and that can account for a significant number of equity points. So with that in mind, do I have a bingo with this rack plus an L? And basically beginning or ending with the L. I'm going to do this fairly quickly. Close to Gardyloo. Hordiola doesn't hit a triple. Leadroom not good. I could be missing something. 15 minutes on my clock, so I'm not in time trouble. I guess I'm doing this fairly quickly because I'm not confident that there is one through the L. Beginning or ending with the L, that is. Over prefix. Well, overload. Okay, so I can't see anything which hits a triple. I can't see any other sevens with this rack. Aida only takes an S. Sung does not take an S at the end, I believe. Or does it? I think it's sunk, which does. It does not. So, do I play radios above or below the E? Above. Because of the S, I think fewer tiles go under the S than over the S. Just I and O and T go under it. But A, E, I, O, U, all the vowels go over it. So this is the right placement. 13 minutes on my clock. Radios for 61. Pretty good. There could be a bingo here, but even if there isn't, I've got a scoring tile and it's balanced in terms of vowels and consonants. So I can't see a 7. I lead by over 200 points, so this is going well. However, 38 tiles to come, so still plenty of action. I would have nail biter through an A and an R. Quite a few. I have still. Wow, is it still bine or still bean? Or both? I think this is good. Still bine for 72. It's not, it's still bean. Okay. Little enthusiasm there. So, is there an anagram? Don't think so. What about these other floaters? How about the D? Not seeing anything there. So, how to sort this rack out? What about the A? Not seeing anything. What about playing across from underneath radios in order to take out the triple word square and take out floaters? And the reason for doing that is not because of fear of losing so much as a desire to maximize one's winning spread. So knight for 21. Doesn't feel fantastic, but it offers very, very little for my opponent. And I can't see anywhere fantastic for my B to go, so I'll keep that on my rack for another day. Maybe row B, putting my B on this triple word square, going through the C. Don't have such a play this go. Maybe next turn. Wow. Okay, suddenly I hit some clunkiness, but that's fine. Because I'm not in a position where I need bingos to catch up. It's in that sort of situation where this can be an annoying rack to have. But actually when you've got a good lead and you've got these really big tiles with some vowels, it's a good site because you've got a reasonable expectation of getting, well, 20 and more likely 30 or 40 points for the next couple of turns. And look at this, just 10 points for my opponent. So, what do I have? Anything with B, J or Z on this triple letter square running through the C? Don't think so. Any super hot J or Z spots? Well, there's this one next to the A of Lian, and I can play Zin in that spot and Jin. I'm inclined to play Zin for the greater score. And the B and the J have a little bit of synergy going on because of jib, job, jibe, job, etc. Is there anywhere better for either of my big tiles? I don't think so. So 45 points. Nice looking rack. Again, can't see anything with the B or J tripled. Aida only takes an S and 3 of them to come. So, a pretty tight board. There are some bingo lanes, but not a huge number. The board's quite light on opportunities for non-bingo plays. I have Job and Jobed on my rack. Can't see anywhere to play either of those. So what about a play in row B, which doesn't get the B or J tripled? Not seeing anything. Zax takes nothing after it. 9 minutes on my clock. I thought I had Jong. I have no N. Wow, extraordinary to have so many short words and literally nowhere to play them. And I'm talking about jib and job. Well, I have gin. I have gin. Only 20 points. It takes out a 7-letter lane. Is there really nothing better? Rack leaves okay as well, so I am happy with this. My only concern is if I'm overlooking something significantly better. Well, what about Joel? It's 26 points, which is more points. The rack leaves quite nice, and if opponent doesn't play down from the J, I've got jibed. If he does play down from the J, I may be able to score pretty much the same in column 15. I'm going with Joel. Pretty nice looking rack. Not far off a bingo. And well, there are a few lanes available and a few floaters available. I would have dimmable through an M. The final M yet to be played. What about a play through the L? Well, I think it's M bald rather than imbald. Embalmed might be the anagram of dimmable. How about a play beginning with T? Not seeing anything. How about E? I don't think mediable is good. In any event, it doesn't fit. Wow, nice bingo by my opponent, 64 points. No M, but he has provided a few floaters for bingos with these tiles in exactly 3rd place. So, how about the I? Not seeing anything. How about the R? Well, that looks like there could be something, but I'm not seeing it. How about the A? No. How about the T? No. Well, and the E? No. But what I do have is jamed. And look at this, 36 points. So that's a pretty good score. And I'm going with it. Aspirate takes a D. So do I have a play in row O beginning with D, getting my B or M on this double letter square? Close to Debiel. I have Diable. Let me see what this scores. 42 points. What did Jamed score? About 36. So this is more points. It's also a spot that my opponent could have found useful, and leaving the J alone is fairly neutral because, as I said before, whoever does play down from the J is likely to be hit by a column 1 response. Now, what about Dimble? I have a slight doubt about this. Let's see if it's good. And it is 54 points. Wow, fantastic. And I've drawn well. I have Bandori and Broaden. And I have Banderol in row A, ending with L. Fantastic. So hopefully that J will prove a distraction. Now, what if Banderol is blocked? Do I have something through any of these floaters? Debonair doesn't work because of the placement. Fantastic. Banderol remains available. And I'm not seeing anything through Aspirated. Banderol for 89. And another quite nice rack to have when you're massively ahead. Scoring tiles and vowels. Fantastic. Through a P I would have High Spot, which may be a phony. Probably is. Actually, it may not be. I don't think there is a bingo here. I have the ish ending and high word component. 3 tiles in the bag. So I don't think I'm going to hit the 600 mark, but I'll do my best. Well, what about Hitch? 42 points. No tiles in the bag. Opponent's not going to go out with that. The bag is empty. So I have Hitch for 42. 5 minutes on my clock. Hitch for 42. And then I have Sog to play somewhere. So I've got Bogs. And I've got Sog and S. Can I do better than Hitch? I don't think so. I'm going with this. So, how to maximise my score with Sog. Opponent may have an out. I haven't really looked for him. And with just 5 minutes on my clock, I think I'd like to try and get as many points as possible for my 3 tiles. Nice score by my opponent, 38 points. So, the clock is ticking. What can I get for Sog? And in particular, can I get 10 points to take me through the 600 mark? So Sog and S. That's exactly 10. That does the job. Goes and Graves. About 14 points. That's better. Can my S go on the end of anything scory? Not sure it can. It's not a hugely S-friendly board. Gop's not good. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything better than Sog and S. Sog goes and Graves, rather. 14 points. What about Sog and Aidas? 12 points. 3 minutes on my clock. What about a parallel play? What about Gauze? 14 points, that's no more than this play. Okay, I'm not seeing anything better than this. And the final score, 286 to my opponent, 612 to me, a winning margin of 326 points, so a huge, huge win. Let's see what I missed. Wow, what a game. Probably my biggest winning margin ever on this YouTube channel. So, me to go first, and I played Groove, and I still like that. Opponent's rack. He changes. So, he changes from this rack. Okay. My rack. So I play Spiculi. Spiruli was available. Wow, in column 8. Sorry, through the R as a double-double. Spiruli for 86. But after that, Spiculi was the highest scoring. Miserable rack for my opponent. But I've got a feeling that I might be thinking that with a number of his racks. He's a good player, so the scoreline is not a reflection on our ability. I think I just had the run of the tiles. My rack, and there's Stonefly for 102, which was really handy. No bingo there, although it looks useful. Opponent plays Sung. I have a Grim rack. Well, I didn't really think about playing Woe. I played Pow, keeping the E. Yeah, maybe Woe would have been better, denying my opponent column 8. Opponent plays Ada. And wow, Roke is available in row I for 26. I play Chi for 21. I prefer my play. That provides nothing, whereas Roke sticks an R in column 1. Opponent's rack. No bingo, but bingo-y tiles. Plays Leanne. And I spent a while here. B13. El Dorado through the D. Pretty unusual word. I don't think I've ever played it. So I went with radios for 11 fewer points. El Dorado certainly would have been better. And a few other lower scoring plays. Opponent's rack. Well, he had a lot of racks which were very close to bingos, and those can be incredibly frustrating racks to play through. He plays Coda. This is when I tried Stillbine and it came off. And instead I played Knight for 21, which doesn't appear here, but there's nothing scoring more. Binet H10. No, I don't like that. It takes an S, and that stops one square short of the triple word square, so I like my play. Wow, there is a bingo here beginning with ST, very difficult to see. 9-letter play, Steer Tights. And opponent plays TE. My rack, I have Zin for 45. Opponent plays Zax for 27. And I played Joel for 26 at this point, and I could have got a few more points, but only at the expense of damaging the rack, I think. So I9, Jodel. Well, that would have interrupted the column 10 beginning with the A, but it also sticks this vowel underneath this triple word square. So I actually prefer my play. Gosh. So two more 9-letter plays available here. G14. Stair Step. I didn't know that. and L3. Peteries. Wow, both very hard to see. But opponent spots Aspirate for 64 to come to about 200 away from me. My word, there is a bingo here. H15. Gosh. Beginning with the E. Embailed for 92. Big miss. And instead I played Dimble for 54. But Embailed, definitely a better play. Opponent's Rat plays Kerf. And now I'm rather fortunate to have Banderole for 89. Opponent plays Grave, and now we are into the end game. The bag is empty. I can see what my opponent has got. This is my rack. I play Hitch, but that does provide MY for my opponent, so I'm going to hit Tell Examiner 1 Best to see what Examiner 1B can identify as being the winning sequence, or the start of the winning sequence. Hotch, yeah, because I don't think Hotchi is good, so that would have been the play. Let me click Tell Examiner 1 Best for my opponent's play. He played My for 38, but Surety at N1 for 47 was available. Okay, and finally, was there anything better than 14? There wasn't, and it was just Gauze and Goes. So, what an amazing game. Really doesn't happen very often at all that one gets over 600 points, so it's always quite exciting when that does happen. And in this instance, the margin of victory was vast as well, over 300 points, which again is a very rare occurrence. So, super brutal stuff, and all good fun. Except possibly for my opponent. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.